Why are you scared of starting? Why are you scared of building your dream physique, going to the gym, proving everyone wrong if that's the thing you dream of the most? I remember 4 years ago when I was overweight, I hated the way I looked. And I remember thinking like, God, I would love to look different. But I never took any action because I was scared. And that lasted for years on end, where I used to take my own happiness as a sacrifice to prevent what could happen. And something about the human brain is what you think is going to happen usually never happens, or it's never as bad as you think. So even though you may think everyone's going to laugh, number one, most people aren't going to laugh. It's not going to be as bad as you think, but even better, like even for the people who laugh, who make fun at you for trying, you should be excited about that, because it's literally an early indicator that can just show you who are your friends and who like you should get rid of. Because of course your friends can make fun of you, you can have some banter, that's fine, but no actual friend is going to bring you down because you're trying to improve your life. You're trying to build your confidence, be happy, change your entire life. No friend is ever going to make you feel bad about that. So actually be excited, because you're going to be able to filter out friends before something bad actually happens, before you actually need your friend in like a emergency moment, and that's where you'll figure out they weren't your friend. Now you have an opportunity for something that's not that deep to be able to cycle friends, see which ones are there for you and who's not there for you very early. So be excited, and for the love of God, like please don't let that be the reason why you never start. As I said, I waited 2 years before taking action because of this. The only thing I can think of now is, despite the fact I'm grateful because I can make this video since I have made this mistake, the only thing I think afterwards is, God, I just wasted 2 years of progress. Because let me ask you this question. Let's say you don't want to start now, you're scared of what people are going to think or whatever reason it is. Do you think one day you're going to start? One day you're going to have that physique? Probably yes. You're probably waiting until you finish uni, you're probably waiting until it's next summer, you're probably waiting for something to happen to start. So eventually you're going to start. And I promise you, when you do, you're going to hate yourself for not having started now or even earlier, because you're just wasting months of progress. Because think about it, if eventually you're going to show up, start losing weight, changing the way you look, then if you're not doing it today, you're just wasting time. And the younger you are, the easier it is to change your physique. So like if you were to start now, you would just make it easier on yourself, which is pretty awesome, to be honest. Like when you're young, you can change your physique so quickly. You can go on a strict diet, like it's fine, just do it for a couple of months, get a six-pack, move on with your life. Go to the gym, eat loads of calories, pack on weight and fat, lose fat after, move on with your life. Like it's so easy to build your physique when you're young, but so many people keep pushing it because they're scared of what people are going to think. And the worst case is, because you may think, okay, well, fair enough, I'll start later when this happens, when I don't see my friends anymore, when I move out, when I'm 25, when this happens. But most cases, and that's the worst case, is that when you think you're going to be ready to start, or maybe after you're 25, once this is done, then you may have something else that's going to prevent you from starting. Look, let's say you're 20 and you're thinking, I'm only going to start when I'm 25, because when I'm 25, I'm going to go and live abroad so I can change my identity. I can start going to the gym. No one's going to make fun of me because no one knew me. That's probably what you're thinking. That's what I used to think. I'll change after high school. When I leave, no one knows me, so I can be the gym guy. No one's going to know who I was before. It made it easier. But maybe when you're 24, you're going to have a kid. So then you won't have time to go to the gym. Maybe when you're 24, you're going to break your leg. Maybe when you're 24, you're going to lose interest in changing the way you look. And deep down, you're going to regret it because you're going to die earlier, have like a heart condition, whatever it is. Like, tomorrow's not guaranteed. You can't say when I'm 25, when this happens, I'm going to start, because nothing's guaranteed. Maybe on that day, maybe that thing will never happen, by the way, but maybe before that, something else will happen that will prevent you from starting. Most people like keep saying they'll do something and never do it. Like I remember seeing a quote, and I hope this hits you because it actually did for me when I was procrastinating from starting. Graveyards are filled with people who thought they had another day. Like if you were to just close your eyes, visualize a graveyard, most people who are buried probably thought, I'll do it next week. I'll have an extra week, I'll do it next year when this happens. And life got in the way. They got sick, they got hit by a car, or just simply passed away for whatever reason, and they never got to achieve that thing. Like, when you think you're going to start isn't guaranteed, and if the reason you're not starting is because you're scared of what other people's going to think, knowing that's just a tool for you to cycle, to like filter out your friends, people in your life, so it's actually a good thing, then I'm sorry, you're just stupid to not start. Like, genuinely. Like, maybe you're not starting because you didn't have this information, like a lack of information, like I did through, like when I started like 4 years ago about. Like in those 2 years where I didn't start, fair enough, I didn't know. But if now you know and you're still not starting, you're just stupid, genuinely. Because either you're going to regret it, you're going to start eventually and you're just going to be like me, regretting you didn't start earlier, or you're never going to start and you're going to be unhealthy for your entire life, may die early, and that's so selfish as well. So to like give you accountability, think of this. If you're not going to get in shape for yourself, at least do it for your kids, for your future wife. Like, I'm sure you wouldn't want your kid to see their dad pass away at 50 because he's overweight or he's unhealthy. Like, actually think about that. If you're not going to do it for you, do it for the people you love. Like, I'm sure your mum wants you to live a happy, healthy life. I'm sure your kids, even if they're not born yet, you wouldn't want them to be crying at like 16 years old because their father passed away of a heart attack. Like, think about it. Like, how can you make yourself more accountable? And I know it's hard, and I may seem like the worst person ever to say this, but it's true. Like, if you're not going to do it for your sake, for yourself, because you're scared of what people may think about your future kids, your future wife, the future life you could have if you became healthy early. Because becoming healthy, losing weight, building your physique is way harder than maintaining it. So just struggle for like a year or two, go hard on your fat loss, hard on your muscle building, and then once you have a good enough physique, a physique you're happy with, then just maintain it super easily and move on with your life. Like, to build muscle mass, go to the gym 6 days a week. To maintain muscle mass, go once or twice, train every muscle to failure, that's it. That's how easy maintaining something is compared to actually making progress. It's like an airplane. Like, airplanes, I think if I'm not mistaken, consume, I think it's half of the entire fuel source of like that's in the tank just for takeoff. Like, progressing, taking off, making progress is hard, but once the plane is high altitude, it's cruising, then it's burning so little fuel compared to takeoff. Because it has momentum, it's easy to maintain altitude compared to like taking off, going up in the sky. It's the same with your fat loss or your muscle building or just taking care of yourself. It's going to be hard, yeah, for like a year or two max. But then after your entire life, you can easily be cruising at a healthy physique, a physique where your kids can be proud, you can live longer, you can have a happier life. But especially, like, you'll see eventually the reasons you didn't want to start were complete bullshit, and now you're just a happy person with a good physique. That's literally it. Like, I promise you, most people aren't going to judge you, and the people who do, it's just going to be so awesome for you to know you can get rid of them because they're literally worthless. It's pretty good now. You get to filter out your friends, you get to actually build your dream physique, get healthy for your kids, and deep down you get happy. Because I promise you, happiness, a lot of it comes from how you look. I know it sounds like shallow, especially in these days, saying how you look is important, but I promise you, someone fat is less happy than someone that's like healthy, shredded, or like muscular that goes to the gym. Even though they may say they're not, deep down when they're alone in their like room, when they go and shower, they see themselves in the mirror. Trust me, the fat guy is always the saddest. So at least do it for your happiness. And if you want more tips on how to build your dream physique, just check my Instagram in the description box. But thanks for watching. If you liked it, drop a follow, drop a subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.